Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Yathagnir-dahika shakti Ramakrishne stita hiya Sarva-vidya swarupam tam Sharadam pranamamyaham Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Namaste to you all. Today we will go to the last shloka of the Dhyana mantras. We saw the Dhyana mantras are 9 in numbers. Some are collections from Bhagavad and other places, and a few are supposed to have been written by Madhusudana Saraswati, and it has been coming associated with the Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is chanted independently. Apart from the Mahabharata, its parental text, we don't bring Mahabharata into picture at all when we chant. So when it is independently chanted, we need something as a prelude to begin the main text. So these things are taken up. Now it has become a customary and a tradition like to begin with the. So Parthaya last class we saw. The other 7 in between I will leave because most of the people discuss all these. We will enter into the text. The last shloka is what we end the chanting with. Suppose I am chanting Bhagavad Gita. Parthaya we chant in every day when we chant the Bhagavad Gita. Suppose I want to chant one Bhagavad Gita, one chapter. I'll begin with Parthaya, and after the chanting is over, Yam Brahma. So these two are important for us to day-to-day use. Others are there, and Sarvopanishado Gavo. In that, those are some relevant things, but you have heard many times. Whoever talks about Bhagavad Gita will definitely talk about it. But our understanding always must be vaster than the Hindu understanding, because we are in a comfortable zone of a kind of internal contentment. We don't feel the need or things of other things. So it is a closed, Hinduism is like a closed this one, and it is associated with the day-to-day life, not it is something like a religious observance, go to the temple every day, this, no. Only one principle is you are divine. Try to see divinity everywhere. Understand your own divinity. Whatever way you want to go, but manifest. Man is potentially divine. The whole goal is to manifest this inner divinity. This is the basis on which the whole Hinduism is standing. Try to see the same divine and transcend the nature and go beyond. Follow any route you want to do this. So many things are presented by each section of people according to their times, according to the situations, according to the background in which they are brought up. It doesn't matter. As long as we destroy our animalhood, transcend our humanhood, and manifest our inner divinity, do it in any way. So when we say Sarvopanishado Gavo, in between it comes Sarvopanishad, Upanishad, to sit close to the divine, to sit close to the Guru and listen. The flow of knowledge is taken. Upanishad, we will not limit to the Upanishads of the Vedas. Upanishad, the knowledge which is Vedas, Veda with to know, knowledge. Just like science. When I say the science, it doesn't limit to anything. When I say Vedas, it doesn't limit to the Vedic scriptures alone. Anywhere, anything about God, be it of any race or any religion, of any section, any denomination, doesn't matter. As long as it is knowledge of God, I am seeing God in a different way. I am utilizing science in a different way. How the new inventions are coming, how breakthroughs are coming. Just you look at the recent breakthrough of our computer science. Suddenly it appeared. It's science. So no limitations. So when we say Sarvopadishado Gavo, Gopala, he is milking that all the Upanishads and giving, means all the knowledge of God, wherever it is, in whatever form, it is there in Bhagavad Gita. The only, see, personal God, only five ways of realizing God, as the transcendental, as immanent, as the Lord of the universe, as the Antaryami, the indweller in all, and as the Avatara. Whatever religion, whatever is there, it is within these 5 ranges. It is either transcendental, nirvana and all that, transcendental, or it is immanent. The universe and all that you see is God, manifestation of God and is God. And then third is the consciousness. Just like consciousness is pervading my bodily existence, a consciousness is pervading the universe and giving existence to it and making all forces and powers to work. My senses, mind, everything is working because a consciousness is pervading it and I am conscious. If I become unconscious, none of this will work. Like that universe, no forces can work, no powers can work, no movements can happen if consciousness is not pervading it. So the consciousness which pervades and maintains and gives existence to all that exists is we call Ishvara. You can call as the Lord of the universe because I am human, I want to have a personal relationship. I call him personal God. And in which the whole universe appears and is the absolute existence. You can realize as an absolute existence, that is the transcendental, as the immanent God has become all this, as the Lord of the universe, and as the indweller in all beings, Antaryami, and as the Avatara. These are the 5 ways of realizing God. You can do it in any way. Each religion has taken one of these and are holding on to that. It is sufficient to transcend the nature and go beyond. You can take any path, any denomination, Dvaita, Advaita, Vishishta, Advaita, Shakta, Shaiva, Vaishnava, Tantra, adopt any path and go. So when we come to Bhagavad Gita, it contains all the knowledge that can have. Upanishads, you have to read in between lines, otherwise you miss the essence. Many times it looks like I have understood, but it will be giving some other meaning in between. Now, that's why people are able to utilize to explain their own denomination. Suppose Advaita, I can explain the whole of Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita in terms of Advaita. I can explain in the terms of Dvaita also. In Vishishta Advaita also. In Shakta also I can adopt and give the explanation. So this explanation giving, understanding is possible because it has each sentence, each expression has so many varieties of meaning can be drawn from there by reading in between lines. So we should not miss that. So this is all then we will go to the last shloka. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यां तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. This is how we end the chanting of Bhagavad Gita and reading the Bhagavad Gita always. Nobody could understand who is this. Another Upanishad is there, Hiranyagarbha Upanishad. Tasmai devaya havishavidhema. Huge sacrifice is going on. Whom are we giving that every oblation that we offer in that fire? Tasmai devaya havishavidhema. Like that here, the understanding of the unknown absolute, the ultimate reality is brought into picture. Yam Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Marute, all these, so many, these are all, suppose Brahma, the creator. A power creates the whole universe. Before the universe came into existence, there was a power. When I sleep, when I enter into deep sleep, in deep sleep, I am not there. I don't know I exist also. The second stage of deep sleep, I am lost in the reality that I don't even know. There is no duality to experience anything. There, how do I come to the waking state again? Who pushes me out from that dream, deep sleep? Something is going to project me out. Before I could wake up, a power was there already waiting for me to project out. Similarly, before the universe came into existence, there was a power which was waiting for the universe to dissolve and become one with it and rest for some time where time is not there and project it again. This Agnimide Purohitam, we get that meaning. Purohitam, hita is to place, dha, from the dha root. Gam, gata, dha, hita. Hita means placed, gata means gone, past participle. Dha becomes hita. Purvahita, before it came into existence, there was a power. That power, which nobody, the creation itself was not there, who will understand what it is? So this ununderstandable existence, which is beyond our senses, sense perception, beyond our reach of mind, nobody can express, is beyond vak, no intelligence, however powerful intelligence cannot penetrate to discern it. What could that be? And can we never know it? Yes, you can know. How? We transcend the nature. Transcend the internal nature, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, macharya, ahankara, raga, dvesha, all this you have to transcend. These are forces, kama, krodha and all these are forces of nature. You cannot destroy. You cannot attack. You cannot oppose. You cannot suppress. But you can transcend and go. River you cannot. The ocean you cannot. But you can transcend and go to the other country. It will remain. Let it remain. I am not concerned about it. So here, this transcendence is possible. Go beyond mind. You see a new world. Go beyond intellect. Still another. You are seeing through an instrument. Now you are seeing the world through your sense organs. Can you go beyond to see the world independent of it? Suppose the mind alone is there, and senses are not there, you are in a dream state. How it will be, you see, how is dream, you are seeing the same world as dream world. In deep sleep, it is the absence of all things. Something is, mind is alone there, and what mind can conceive is there. In dream state you have come to the. Now senses have come, another world you are seeing of senses. This is sense world, prapancha, made up of five, which we are seeing, five senses are seeing. Can you go still beyond to the intellectual level, pure intellect, where senses are silent? Mind is silent. Mind has merged in the intellect. Mind has nothing to say, nothing to remember, nothing to calculate. Intellect alone, yes, you are in the realm of spirit. You have entered into the, from Jiva Tattva you have come out and entered into Prakriti Tattva and looking at the transcendental. This is spiritual awakening. Only intellect exists. Can you go beyond still the intellect? Can you remain in your existence, at least the place in between your existence, bodily existence? My intellect also belongs to the nature. And you enter into a place where nature is no more there. You are moving towards Nirvikalpa. The whole thing. So it goes on, and that which is to whom, Yam, Brahma, Varunendra, all these powers, Brahma, Varuna, all these great powers which are sustaining the nature, working in the nature in various ways to maintain life on the earth and various places, various dimensions of the nature. There are lives, Bhuva, Swa, Amajana, Tapasatyam, and all these lokas, 14 lokas, there are lives, which if you tune to anyone, you can perceive varieties of jivas there. So all these lives are sustained, all the planes of existence, the whole universe, the movements of stars, and all these are maintained by so many powers working, like a government working to maintain a nation and law and order of a country, like that. So all these powers are Yam, Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Marutaha. Rudra is destructive force, Brahma is creative force, and Indra is management. It is like Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. All these great powers which are working, Yam, Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Maruta, Stunvanti, Divyaistavai, they glorify the Lord. Oh, they are the very closest, the immediately next to the absolute existence, or the divine which is pervading and maintaining the whole universe, giving existence. All these powers are existing because Tasmai, that light, Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. By His light, all these are lit. So that light which is going to, they have nothing more to say than to just praise. When you see your master, who is a source of your life and existence, what have you got to say except expressing your gratitude and love? So these Yam, Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Maruta, Stunvanti, Divyaistavaihi, Vedaihi, Sangha, Padakrama, Upanishadaihi, Gayanti Yam Samagaha. Samagana. The four Vedas that we have, one is the Rig Veda is always knowledge predominant and mantra pradhana. It is going on giving knowledge, various aspects, various ways. Yajurveda is Kriya Pradhana. How to do the rituals and all come under that. All the mantras are associated always with the Kriya Yoga. Karma, how to do the actions. and how to transcend, how not to be bound. All these are given in the Yajurveda. Samaveda is melody pradhana, Sangeeta pradhana. So here the Krishna Bhagavad in the Bhagavad Gita, same which we are studying now, we will come across. He says, I am the Sama among the Vedas. Because music has been found from ancient times, even before language could come, millions of years before, when the human existence started. All birds are chirping, all things are making sound. These people are also making sound. Music began with those before the language could come into existence. So sound as dhvani, various tunes. The man trying to imitate the tunes of the other beings in this universe, they are set to a particular tuning. Bird, a particular bird, a elephant making sound, it's always in knee. Like that, each one trying to imitate, he can make many varieties of tunes. So music. Now this music which is going to match you with the nature and make you peep beyond is utilized with the same Rigveda. 90% of the Rigvedic mantras, riks are there in the Samaveda also. In Samaveda, what additional is the beauty, the same mantras, only intonations change. In Udatta, he puts a Udatta like and puts 3. To pull 3 matras there. Another 1, 2, 3, 8, like that, some numbers will be there. How you are going to manage? All these intonations change in a musical tone. So musical tuning is there along with the mantras. But it's a part of the Vedic rituals, but the Udgrita singer stands aside. And when he is asked to sing, he immediately starts singing these. The whole atmosphere changes. It gives a new understanding. They are doing the worship, the yajna. Yajna is always the two-dimensional picture of the whole universe is drawn in the yajna kunda. Even when we do homa, we draw a picture of the universe on that. It has various aspects. It's called yantra. Yantra is written. The whole universe is visualizing there. The picture when you see, you visualize the whole thing. I see my father's picture, I visualize my father completely. Like that. There is a paper with a few pictures, the colors. But what it reminds me is of my father. Like that, here what reminds me of the yantra is the whole, when we come to the Sri Yantra and all, the various forces of nature, important forces are given as the corners of the triangle. Like that we see the whole, he is seeing the whole universe there and offering the ahutis to various powers. Varunaya Swaha. He is visualizing the water. Wherever water is there, matter cannot exist without a consciousness behind. That consciousness is worshipping, which is making the particular water to exist in this world and help millions of jivas to survive. The sun god, without whom there cannot be life on this earth, he is visualizing Suryaya Namaha. So all these offerings, when he is doing, words and actions are so important, it becomes we leave the meaning of the what I am doing. The inner substance is left out. The Udgrita, who is going to sing there, he will immediately begin his singing. The singing tunes again to the nature. And then immediately all get. When worship is going on, a small song, if you sing, it immediately changes the attitude of all people. How Sri Ramakrishna used to, just a suggestion is sufficient to make him enter into the samadhi sthiti. So this we visualize when we see this. So the Sama is Samagana means he is calling the nature, tuning to the nature and invoking the divine. Vedas are where we invoke the divine. Music is where we transcend and peep beyond. In music, we become one with the nature and peep beyond. In Vedas, we invoke the divine I invoke the divine here. I want to see. There in music, I travel. We make the God travel down in Vedas. So these combinations are brought together in Samagana. I also go, you also come down. It is a heart center. It opens the heart center. The transcendental is supposed to remain at the Sahasrara. And my existence is there at the Mooladhara with Kundalini. And I travel up, God travels down. I cannot go up beyond the heart, and God cannot go to the Jiva level of Jivik existence to reveal Himself. He pervades everything, but He cannot manifest there. So they both live in the heart. Like that, in this one, Samagana. Who these Samaganas are? Praise, singing through songs. Vedaihi, Sangha, Pada, Upanishadaihi. Gayanti, all this they are utilizing. The subsidiary, the Vedas have got Vedangas, and way in which they go, Krama. Vedai, Sangha, Pada, Upanishadaihi. Krama Upanishadaihi. All the from the beginning, Karma Yoga to the Jnana Yoga. All aspects that are told in the Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. All these Kandas, Upanishads, hold from up to Upanishads from the beginning, from Shiksha, Shiksham Vyakhyāsyāmaha to the ultimate Aham Brahmasmi. The ultimate is brought. The Mahavakyas end with the Upanishads, ultimate reality. And it begins with Shiksham Vyakhyāsyāma. Let us learn the alphabets. The whole thing is through all this they are singing, taking the whole Vedas. Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samaga. Whom are they praising? Whom are they singing for? Whom are they? Now birds. Morning you get up, so many birds, varieties of sound. We are in the forest-like area. If you just listen, one person has recorded 34 varieties of sounds in ashram, birds making. So, whom are they praising? Morning getting up and singing. Varieties of tunes they are taking out. So like that, whom these Samagas are? Yam, whom, Samagaha. Then, Gayanti Yam Samaga. Then comes the Dhyana Avastita Tadgatena Manasa. Dhyana Avastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino. The yogis, dhyana avastita, tadgatena manasa. Mind which has got absorbed into it, dissolved in it, is sunk in it. In dhyana, the mind gets dissolved. And that mind which has dissolved awakens in a different level, being one with the intellect. And we call that dhi, dhiyo yona prachodayata. The intellect which can understand God is called dhi. The mind is getting converted, merging in the intellect, and the intellecting is raising to the level of dhi to see God. That manas which is dissolved in dhyana alone can see the transcendental reality which is beyond this world, which is beyond my bodily existence, beyond mind, annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, beyond that, beyond still is all for infinite existence. That dhyayanti yam yogino, on whom dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pashyanti, they see, inverted commas, seeing not with these eyes. I am seeing you, it is, seeing is different. I am seeing God, he is seeing. It is a penetrative vision into which I transcend the natures, part of name, form, nama, rupa, guna. I am transcending in seeing the reality which has manifested as nama, rupa, guna. So this reality which they are seeing God. Pashyanti yam, whom do they see? Pashyanti yam yogino, yasyantam na vidhu surasura ganaha, devaya tasmai namaha. Deva, asura, the demonical forces are there always. Dharma and adharma go together. When one becomes two, one is positive, one is negative, always. They go together. The degrees may increase and decrease. We call it yuga, Kali Yuga and Satya Yuga. Small differences like winter and summer, we vary. So here the godly beings and demonical beings, none could understand. They fight for, so they deny God doesn't exist. They have also not seen God. Those who assert God is there, they also have not seen. Is beyond all. Those who have seen, they are silent. Because it is inexpressible. They could not know. Gods and all, just like we, there are divine beings. Even divine beings are living like us. There is a veil of ignorance, but higher level of understanding, higher amount of light, higher freedom, all that is there. Higher degree of enjoyments, less suffering, less bondage, but it is there. This ignorance, the veil has become very thin. A transparent something is visible. So, like that, for them also, they too could not. They are very close. The godly people, gods and goddesses, the devatas are very close to God because they are sattva pradhana. But God is Shuddha Sattva, where rajas and tamas are no more there. So, this highly sattva is very close to God, but you have to transcend the sattva also. And when you see God, you are no more there. The seer is lost in the, Sri Ramakrishna gives the example. There was a huge fort, like somebody wanted some music, that something is coming, some rare understanding is there, something is there beyond. Somebody struggles and climbs to the top and peeps in and sees, he just shouts, "Oh!" and jumps inside. Another goes and jumps inside. Another goes, jumps inside. Nobody to give the what is there inside. The fourth one comes back to give the information, but he cannot speak. What he saw cannot be told. He is there, just indicating fingers. Like that, this is, whom are we to? Whom? The remains. So, Yam Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Maruta, Stunvanti, Divyaistavaihi, Vedaihi, Sangha, Padakramopanishadaihi, Gayanti, Yam Yoginaha, Dhyana Avastita, Tadgatena Manasa, Pashyanti Yam Yogino, Yasyantam na vidu, Surasura Ganaha, Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Deva is who is self-luminous and illumines everything. The divine, the supreme. So, this is the whole of the shloka with which we end the Bhagavad Gita reading or chanting usually. So, we have seen the both. Now, I will just tell you the whole meaning as it is. My salutation to that supreme divinity, whom great powers of the universe like Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Indra praise with divine hymns, that is Vedas, whom singers of Samaveda invoke and glorify by Vedas along with their subsidiary texts and Upanishads, whom yogins experience, see through the intuition of their minds absorbed in meditation, and whose limits neither the godly beings nor demonical beings could know any time. This is the whole meaning of the Yam Brahma Varunendra. So for today, next class, I think we'll be able to begin the main text, Bhagavad Gita. All right then. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.